Hello there. So, I draw and make a calendar for myself. Did I create this calendar after several months had passed in the year 2025? Yes. And do I still make the drawing for all the 12 months of this year? Definitely. Why am I only making this calendar now? Well, I'm also wondering why. But what I do know for sure is, it's a lot better than having to look at the faces of politicians on the campaign distribution calendars all year round in my room. Anyway, for this calendar, I draw various types of characters that I like, including from Ghibli, Heaven Official's Blessing, Genshin Impact, Sanrio, Natsume Yuujincho, and Horimiya. In this video, I'll show you guys my process on making this calendar. For the month of January, February, March, and April, I drew some of my favorite Ghibli films. Although it could be said I liked all the Ghibli movies. Actually, I had full footage when I drew for the month of January. However, since the duration is too long, I speeded up and edited the footage. First, I searched for a free calendar template from the site freepik.com and choose the one created by Starlene. I used it as a drawing guide so that the calendar I made wasn't tilted and not in a weird proposition. I paste the template as the base layer, then add another layer on it and start drawing, as can be seen in the beginning of this video. I drew a tendril as the frame for the number, then I drew the character, Totoro. I used a reference from the official image of the film, because at some point I felt like I was drawing another character instead of Totoro. For the color, at first I used the Ibis Paint eyedropper tools and took the color from the reference picture. But then, I don't really like it. So I decided to just color it according to my liking. One interesting fact about drawing this calendar is, I'm not really good at drawing chibis. But then, I actually drew all the characters in the form of chibis, and surprisingly I really enjoyed the process of making it and liked the results. Because it will take an entire day to show the footage of my process on drawing this calendar from start to finish. The next 11 months illustration making process will be showing in the time-lapse mode. For the month of February, the main characters for the illustration is Chihiro and Haku from Spirited Away. Later up I also add the no-face drawing at the bottom. The color of the drawing was inspired by the scene when Chihiro started working at the hot spring mechanism. For the month of March, I choose Kiki's Delivery Service theme. I drew Kiki as a doll with Gigi in the bread basket, with the entire breads as a frame for the calendar date. On April, I drew Ariete, Sho, and the cat as the main characters of the drawing. And the frame consists of several small things related to the film. After the first 4 months of the calendar are Ghibli theme, the next 4 months, I drew Heaven Official's Blessing inspired calendar themed. Heaven Official's Blessing is my favorite danmei, so of course I have to dedicate a section for it in this calendar. So, for the month of May, I drew Huacheng and Xiaolian on the top of the month banner and silver butterflies for the calendar date frame. On June, I drew a little chibi Sanlang with maple leaves and wood bars, to mimic a shrine skateboards as the date frame. When drawing for the month of June, I also drew illustrations for month of July, then I worked on it back and forth. I also do it for the remaining months. At that time, I did it so I could finish the calendar faster. So I finished the sketches first and color it later. For the month of July, I drew Huacheng and Xiaolian animal symbol, which is ferret and a fox. For August, I drew a simple chibi of the others' characters from the show. I don't know if you know who they are supposed to be, but I'm kind of obsessed with how it turned out. It looks so funny and cute, they look like a little dumplings to me. And by the way, the frame's supposed to be a gold bars, but I think it's look more like a jelly. For the last 4 months, I drew a different themed for each month. The reason is because I just can't decide on one singular themed for it. For the months of September, I drew characters from anime Natsu Meiyujin Cho. And the reason why I choose this one is because I'm watching this anime while drawing the entire calendar. Next, for October, I'm drawing Al Haytham and Kaveh from Genshin Impact. They are 2 of my favorite characters in this game. I simply find their relationship and dynamic are so funny and interesting. For their chibis, I drew it a little bit more detailed than the other months before, and I love it so much. Honestly, I plan to draw another characters from Genshin for the remaining months, but I cancelled it, because I would be too tired to finish this project. For November, I want something more cutesy. So, I drew Sanrio characters with other random cute stuff. And finally for the last month, I drew chibis of Hori and Miyamura from anime Horimiya. And actually, this is my favorite one from the entire illustrations I drew for this calendar. After I completed all of the month's illustrations, the last step that I do is drawing the background and added the information for the holiday marks on the calendar, and the drawings are finished. At first, I wanted to print this calendar with a professional digital printing service. But unfortunately, they are requiring a minimum order, which is quite a lot, and I'm the only one who will use this calendar. So I printed it myself using buffalo paper. I cut out the extra part of the paper that wasn't part of the calendar design. And here they are after I'm done cutting it. Next, I combine them all using a paper clip that also serves as a hanger for it later. Here is the final calendar look like. Honestly, I think I can make it cuter if I'm not just pinning it using a paper clip. But at this point, I just want to finish this calendar as soon as possible. And in the end, this calendar already serves its purpose. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you like this video. And see you guys in the next one.